Let's begin this video by looking at these results from round 6 and round 7. As you can see, there's almost no difference except from the fact that Vachier-Lagrave has managed to catch up with Nepomniachtchi by beating him in this round. Also, breaking news, the Candidates has been cancelled. It will be resumed later this year. Let's check out this victory from round 7. MVL has white, Nepomniachtchi has black. The game began e4, e6. Already a surprise, even though he has already used it in this tournament against Alekseenko. If we check out some statistics, this is Ian's black repertoire table and he plays Sicilian most of the time. If we go a bit further, he's actually played the Najdorf 193 times in his career, but the French 99 times. Going a bit deeper, this is his French repertoire against the knight c3 system, which we will see in this game, and you can see it. The classical French he's played 36 times, but the Winnower he's played 7 times, so he's bringing back the French Winnower in the most important tournament of his career. d4, d5, knight c3, bishop b4. He's played this 7 times so far in his career, and after e5, c5, a3, we get this imbalance. Bishop takes c3 check, b takes c3, knight e7. What is the imbalance already? Knight for bishop. The pawn chain in the center can be a future target. Knight e7 and now h4. Pushing the h-pawn whenever it gives you chances for an exciting, interesting middle game. h4, queen c7, h5, h6, rook b1 and b6. To trade off bishops with bishop a6, queen g4, rook g8, and when I first saw the rook on g8, I was thinking if there's a way to attack the rook on g8, then maybe it might lead to something, but it doesn't, because what I was thinking originally is really what happened in the game. If bishop d3, you just go king f8. No point going bishop h7 because of rook h8. In the game, MVL played bishop b5 check, and after king f8, we have this strange configuration of the king on f8 and the rook on g8. Bishop back to d3, bishop a6, d takes c5, bishop takes d3, c takes d3, and now knight d7. Giving yourself some options, but white protects the e5 pawn with d4 after b takes c5. MVL chose to drop the queen back to d1 just to guard against a check on c3, also guarding the c2 square because the black queen might come in. Queen a5, Ian thought for 13 minutes. Just to show you, no need to take on d4 because after take, queen c3 check. We don't play queen d2 but just king f1, sidestepping, and then there are a few tempo moves for white to attack the queen. Knight e2, rook h3. And then in the future, white can play a4 and put the bishop on a3. Queen a5 played in the game, bishop d2. It does hang the a3 pawn, but giving up this pawn is not a big problem. Black's pieces are not placed so well on f8 and d8. If you take it, then knight e2, you just get on with development. Castle, rook a1, the a7 pawn will be a target. Not to worry. Bishop d2, then rook b8, knight e2, and a big move c4. Played by Ian. One idea is to say the king on f8 is misplaced. Maybe it'd be good to put the king on c7. Then there's coordination among the rooks on the back. However, c4 was played. Another way for black to open the position would be to play f6. Another option is to swap off rooks, play queen a6, and then you can come in on the light squares. Maybe the queen can come into c4 or to d3. Back to the game, c4 played, castle, rook b6, queen c2. If white puts the queen on h7, it might be a nuisance, so Ian puts the rook on h8 to stop that. a4, king e8. Now Ian tries to come round to the queen side with king here, king here. Rook b4, knight c6, and here is a cool move, f4. Not fearing giving up the rook because knight takes b4, c takes b4, black is just lacking coordination, really, in this whole game. When you move the queen back, attack with b5 and then f5, and white is controlling the board. If a6, you can take, the queen can come into g6, so if you play rook takes, knight f4. And this knight on f4 is better than the rook on e8, so if you defend your rook, then you can go rook b1. He is just lacking coordination this entire game. Now back to the game, knight e7 played, rook b1, f5. Trying to shut down the king side, but Maxime finds a nice way to break through later. Rook b5, queen a6. And bishop c1, king f7, bishop a3, rook b8. Pause the video if you want to have a go. How does white find a way to break through on the king side? I will give you 5 seconds. Based on the highlighted pawn chain in red, we need to somehow break this apart. This knight is doing a great job defending f5. This bishop is excellent, so this is a huge decision to give up a bishop so strong on a3. But if there's a way to break up the pawn chain, then we take this opportunity. Bishop takes e7, king takes e7 and g4. Breaking it up. If you take, then queen g6 looks very deadly. So rook takes b5, take, rook b5, take, on f5, take, 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 and knight g3. No need to take with the queen, because after knight g3 you can't defend the f5 pawn well. The knight can come into the black position with knight takes f5. Knight takes f5 check, king f8, queen a1. Planning queen a3 check, coming into d6 to e7 on the dark squares, queen e6. Drop the knight back, knight g3, queen g4, and just king g2. This queen is attacking a7. This queen is attacking f4, so in this position a trade took place. What if black tried g6, a move going for counterplay? Queen a3 check, and if king g8, then you can actually take on g6. If h5, this pawn on g6 is still alive, so we use it. Queen e7, threatening mate. If queen takes g6, queen takes d7, and that is it. h4 doesn't work because queen d8 check picks it up. Another variation after g6, queen a3 check. If king the other way, let's go king e8, then queen d6 coming in. G takes h5, e6, knight b6, f5, h4, and a cool sequence coming up, queen b8 check. This is all mentioned by MVL in the press conference. King e7 check, king e8, queen f7 check, king d8, and e7 check, finishing it off. Back to the game, king g2 played, and f4 pawn for a4 pawn. Queen takes f4, queen takes a7, king e7, queen a3 check, king d8, queen d6, and d5 will fall, e6 threats in the future. g5 not a problem, en passant, h5 and g7. And that's it, he resigned. No good way to stop promotion. If you go queen f7, then e6 looks good. Looks like everything just comes off favourably. This is how MVL caught up with Ian. Both on 4.5 out of 7 in the candidates. Unfortunately, it has now been cancelled. But for now, we have 7 rounds, and at the top is Ian and Maxime. If you enjoyed this video, why not like it and subscribe to the channel at the same time. Plus, hit that bell to get notified each time I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching.